Seminoles, Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee, as we'll see the number 9 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on a team from the ACC, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Seminoles offense will get first crack at it today. And David, we've got a quarterback today who's been known for making enough plays when his team needs them.
Yeah, and listen, he's a guy that this offense is built around him. But, Jesse, he's not the guy that's going to take over. He needs the running game to get going. He needs the passing game. He needs a little bit of balance. Really good football player, but he needs the help of the quality teammates around him.
Yeah, you're right. I think the one thing we've seen with this guy is he's got to get into a rhythm in games early, right? And so whether it's running the football or getting a few completions early to get his confidence going, because once that happens, he's very, very good.
And the Seminoles in a good spot here with second and short. Leaves it with the back. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. The Seminoles in the hurry up. Renegade would be proud of the way they're using those horses to move it on the ground.
Yeah, get the horsepower going. And, man, they've had some serious backs over the years at Florida State. And you think about all the talent, all the swag over the years. You got to get back to that, find those guys that they can really attach this offense to and thrive.
They'll give it to him again. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snapped, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating the loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
Makes the catch. It's White. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Let's see what they find in the playbook for third and long from the 43. He might want another play. Looking to throw, it's Castellanos. Now he's going to break the pocket. And he just throws it away. That is not what you're looking for on third down. Fourth down coming up.
The hardest thing to do in football is to play on the road. So you want to get those fans as quiet as possible. That is a great opening possession for this defense, not giving up any big plays and forcing the fourth down.
So Alabama's offense will go to work for the first time today. Guys, if you listen closely, I think you can hear the jawing going already between this quarterback and wide receiver. What a matchup, Jesse, it's going to be between those two.
You know, so many people have already been talking about this individual one-on-one matchup, David, and it's going to be happening out on an island all game long. The receiver's got speed. He's got game-breaking ability, catching the football, can climb the ladder. He's going up against one of the best shutdown corners in the game. I cannot wait to watch this.
Yeah, and he's got the speed to stay with him and the instincts, and he's been so great out wide in every game. This is a huge test. This is a Sunday test. Two NFL guys going at it to see who's going to take home the prize.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that seemed a little off from the start, didn't it?
That was a big-time play, and it was off from the start because of the play he made.
And I don't think it would have mattered who was playing running back. There was absolutely nowhere to go.
Under fire. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And you usually don't bring in dime packages for running teams. You bring in dime because you know they're going to throw the football. You got more speed on the back end to cover. And defensive linemen know they have their job to do. And their job is to go get that quarterback and get that sucker on the ground.
Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. He'll keep it himself. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
And I love that decision by this quarterback. No monkeying around, man. Get to the spot. Get the first down, lower your shoulder. I don't need a big play. I just want another set of downs. Nice job running the option, knowing where the first down marker is.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Gets it inside the 30, down to the 27, a pickup of 6. Let's take a second here to talk about Florida State. The good news about starting the season outside the top 25, not a lot of lofty expectations. You can sneak up on a few teams, but sooner or later, you're going to want to get that attention and get into those rankings.
A lot more, but it's not impossible. In recent years, you saw it with Indiana coming out of absolutely nowhere. You saw it back in the day with USF. You've seen it with Rutgers, like
open spaces. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving. You give them a first down.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
The Noles are moving quickly down the field. Leaves it with the back. Driving his way all the way down to the 3-yard line.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like, the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting where it was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Quick handoff. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Noles.
What a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And closed the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. He'll bring it out. It's Hampton. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Here comes that Alabama offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they can be more productive this time around. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18.
Yeah, nice. Effort by the back to break a tackle, but how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Going to try to pop one on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
He didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Makes the catch at the 35. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They'll start this drive from the 42. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
A pickup of 8 now to convert this 3rd and 2.
I don't know, man. If I'm on defense here and I'm watching the way my D-line's getting manhandled, I might have to put more guys in the box. I might have to sacrifice his safety and try to get more hats close to the line of scrimmage to slow this running back down, because the RPO game's been a problem.
Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. On the direct snap, it's Williams. They make the stop, but not before the chains move and the Wildcat formation pays off.
And I just love when guys know exactly where the sticks are. You could tell ran with purpose, finished through the sticks, and got just enough for the first down.
And a nice job up front too, right? Good communication. Everybody knew where they had to go, hat on a hat, work the double teams, and get some push.
Might as well give it to him again. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
You know, when you're running counter, those offensive linemen crashing down, they've got to be able to pin those interior D linemen. They couldn't get it done there. They gave up too much penetration, and that led to the tackle for loss.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Scanning the field, it's Castellanos. That's caught. It's Robinson. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. We've come to the end of the period, and Florida State has the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. Offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. Gives it on the option. And they needed an inch, and they didn't get it. This defense gives up nothing, and you'll like it.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
He'll sneak it and try to surge forward.
And 4th and inches, you know what's coming. You know they're going to run the quarterback sneak, but it's one of the hardest plays in football to stop. You got to find a way to dive from the defensive line spot and stop the feet of the quarterback, and they couldn't do it. And listen, they only needed inches. That's what makes it so difficult to stop.
Looking downfield on 1st down. He'll throw it. Got a man. It's Davis. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go. Looking to pass. It's Castellanos. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Pittman. He goes to the ground, but not before a big pickup and a first down.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
As an offense, you're okay with that. You're going to run option plays, and sometimes you're going to bust it big, but sometimes you don't necessarily read it correctly, get some positive yards, and then we come back and we do it all over again with different reads against the different defense.
The run from the shotgun. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Nice job by the defense. A lot of times offenses want time to mesh that RPO and read it. Nah, the defense got in there so fast, they didn't give him an option. Got the nice tackle for a loss, putting the offense in a worse situation.
The offense changing the play. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Their pass not closes. He got tripped. Trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. And he'll envision the ball flight as he lines it up from the right hash and 38 yards out. Field goal is good. And now the lead is even bigger.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. Fielded in the end zone, it's Adams. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They really need to find a way to generate some kind of offense down 10-0. Miller with the ball. Got enough for the first. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. Now on first down from the 30. Use the play fake, now to throw. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
You're not going to see that happen too often. The quarterback, man, he was licking his chops. He saw a big space in the middle of the field. He had his best receiver there ready to make a play, and he dropped it.
Back to throw, it's Simpson. Lets it fly. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Just a short pass to the tight end. They flexed out that tight end a little bit, and you know the tight end's always open.
Always open. Quarterback's best friend, and this guy's a problem, Reese. He's a matchup problem because he's too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. He's showing you his athleticism there.
And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake. but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. And I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here, David.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
Makes the grab. It's Pittman. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. It's almost incomprehensible to think the Noles failed to break 17 points 10 times a season ago. That's a year after being prolific, Jesse. So what are the keys to regaining some form?
Now, Reese, I think it's the quarterback position. I think this team was spoiled in a lot of ways when they had Jordan Travis. And they obviously had so much NFL talent surrounding him, but they had a leader. They had a guy that everybody could look at when times got tough and believe in. Someone has got to be able to establish themselves at the quarterback position for this team to get back to its winning ways.
Trying play action. Oh, they're after him. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming, and there it is.
Intentional grounding.
So the intentional grounding call will be a loss of down, and now it's 4th down. And the Noles decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Nothing but punts as a result of the first 3 offensive drives, hoping this one gets a little more done. Looking to throw, it's Simpson. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Finds his man, it's Horton. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Caught over the middle, it's Cuevas. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Alabama with a multitude of options on 2nd and short. From the gun, the ground game. Oh, he's got some space. There he goes. Touchdown, Alabama! He shed tackles right and left and housed it. What an explosive. Eruption into the end zone by this running back.
And this back does it a lot, that he makes big plays. When you can make big plays like this, it makes everybody's job easier. Oh, we can play action. Oh, we can throw it. But it starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything up.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Kansas State looked like a serious force in what can only be described as a dominant win. This is a program that's won before, and they might just add some more hardware before this year is out. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. The Seminoles can really attack on this 2nd and short. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. To the air, it's Castellanos. Fires to the big fella. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. And the Seminoles can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Making side adjustments here. To the air on second down. Looking down the middle. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers, and you saw it there on the incompletion.
Looking to throw for it. And he can't grab the bullet pass on third down.
Defense needed that stop badly. They gave up a touchdown. They gave up a field goal. Here they are in the third possession. They've got to find a way to get off the field. So really nice job on a critical third down, forcing an incompletion.
They booted away on fourth down. He looks it in and makes the fair catch, and they'll have it at the 32. Here comes that Alabama offense. This is a game of swings and momentum, and a great opportunity here after scoring on the last drive, getting a stop, and now you have the football back.
They're playing well right now in all three phases, and they're complementing each other. So now, David, it's up to the offense here. It's up to this quarterback to lead this offense down the field to get a score.
Yeah, and to stay aggressive, to understand we've had success, we got this going the right way. Now I don't need to change anything. Go back to your go-to plays. That's now got you some momentum back in your favor.
Sets up the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on third down at the dope. To the air, it's Simpson. Under fire. And this is going to be incomplete on third. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. He'll take it on the return. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. Might be changing the route. They're going to throw it to start the drive. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
Second down, he'll throw it. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
And in this weather, man, you start to see more of this. You try to throw the ball harder to penetrate it through the weather and get it to your target, but just catching a football that's a little bit slippery sometimes, you'll see some of those drops, and it's just part of the game.
On the run, it's Webster. They make the stop just across the 30 at the 31. It's fourth down. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. The Seminoles send out the punt unit. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. Caught behind the line. It's Horton. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming. To throw, it's Simpson. There's the pressure. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. The offense will quickly use a timeout. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. The pass ball's incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. No fair catches here, looking for room. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Man, it should come as no surprise we have ourselves a fun matchup in Tallahassee. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Doak Campbell Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. And the Seminoles will kick it away to crank up the second half. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think even if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Dropping back, it's Simpson. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. New set of downs after the completion. Caught in the backfield, it's Williams. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple of yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receivers somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
The give is to Miller. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They'll snap it from the gun on third down. He'll heave it deep. He's got it. Touchdown, Bama! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy. Let him do the rest.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Quarterback on the keeper. He has the first and still on his feet. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Use the play fake. Now to throw. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking downfield, it's Castellanos. And the ball's out, and they're after it. Now look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it.
Great job by the defense forcing the fumble, but a bad, unfortunate bounce, and the offense pounces back on it.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game. The Seminoles will punt this one away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. He'll wave for the fair catch and haul it in at the 25. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. From the gun, the running back looking for room. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. So no room to run there, and you wonder after that loss on first down where they turn now.
Yeah, and that's why it's so important for the defense to win these first downs, right? You want to create negative plays to make this offense so much more predictable.
Fires to the wideout. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
Love the physicality of the secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Makes the grab deep. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. Still running at the 35. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
Gets it inside the 30, down to the 27, a pickup of 6. Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on second and short. Miller with the ball. Quick spin on the ride. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Going for 6. And it's caught! Touchdown Tide!
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in the game.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. A quick pass to the left. And they pick up just a few on that completion. And now on second down for this offense. He'll pull it on the read. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Quarterbacks like this are what makes college football so special today. It seems like we see these unbelievably athletic quarterbacks all across the country, week in and week out, making plays like this. Guys that are true dual threats, that can hurt you not only throwing it, but can hurt you running it as well.
Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time. Didn't a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48. They'll start this drive at their own 48. Off-play action on first down. With the catch, it's Horton. Tackle is made, but how about the toughness with this junior just standing in the fire and delivering the ball? Alabama with a multitude of options on second and short. To the air, it's Simpson. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. A cacophony of noise, debilitating surround sound, the war chant on third down at the dome. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. And a precision punt there will pin them deep inside their own 10-yard line. This drive will start at the 6-yard line. Grabbed in the backfield. It's White. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Buys a little time. Running into the open space. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. The Noles have had outstanding quarterbacks over the years. Not always dual threats. Sometimes a little more Danny Cannell-ish, but using his feet well there.
And even Chris Winkie. And guys that maybe they weren't runners, but man, they made those athletes around them really come to life and were a force multiplier, made everybody around them better. And you found a lot of those guys with these Florida State offenses.
They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Dropping back, it's Castellanos. Here's a heat. Oh, he's got a chance. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
That is just a sideline clinic. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You've got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
Wants to go up top on first down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Finds a tight end. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
You know, you just can't coach toughness in quarterbacks. This guy's been sacked multiple times in this one, and on that last play, he gets drilled again, but he delivers a strike. I'll tell you what, this guy's going to be in an ice bath after the game.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll send the back in motion. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Had to throw it before he wanted.
And that's kind of how their day's gone, right? Like they haven't protected their guy up front, and that's why they haven't been explosive and scored a bunch of points, man. Position number 1 for every offense. Like, if we're going to throw, we got to protect him. And just right there, he gets hit again. He's been sacked several times. Like, this offensive line's got to do a better job.
Another incompletion on 3rd down. And they'll send out the field goal unit. He needs to make sure those mechanics are pure from the right hash and 40 yards away. Never a doubt. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Auburn is going to get out of Dodge with a win. It's a shave that might have been a little closer than Tigers fans wanted, but a road victory feels great no matter what the final score is. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Got his man downfield. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. He'll do it himself. Finding open areas. Got the first down and more. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Crimson Tide rolling on the ground, tries to keep momentum going. They'll try the run. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Man, oh man, that ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so the running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have that.
Tackled at the 31, they'll give him 6 on the play.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. Back to pass, it's Simpson. Grab near the marker, it's Horton. Oh, a lot of space. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17. Just moments ago, Alabama was feeling the shadow of its own goalpost, and now the Tide generating momentum. Grabbed behind the line, it's Williams. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in the game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Shotgun snap on third down. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Absolutely perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing it. Good decision by the head coach here in the fourth quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a 2-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
So now it's second and long. Looking downfield, it's Castellanos. Throws for the tight end. And incomplete on the deep ball.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it. But you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback. And again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Catch in the middle, it's McCoy. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock, that is at a premium for this offense.
It's great for this quarterback to take shots down the field, but you just don't want it to feel like a give-up or a chuck it up and hope kind of play.
And I think understanding the situation, now I'm on defense, right? If they're going to take shots down the field, maybe I'm a little bit more aggressive with my blitz.
And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
Man, I love being an edge player late in the ball game. You got the lead. You know it's a pass. They got to throw the football to get back in it. Flying off the edge. They can't block him. They can't stop him, and he gets the sack.
Makes the grab. It's McCoy. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. The Noles are stopped, but not before getting it past the sticks.
And his offense is going to have to come up clutch, man. Like late in the football game, you are trailing. This is why you get paid the big bucks. This is why the quarterback is the glamour position. Like, you've got to trust him. He's got to come through. They got to put a few drives together here to get back in this football game.
Quarterback moving out of the pocket. They get to him as he throws. Complete to the right. It's a seam wide open. Corralled and forced out of bounds. Marking right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business. And the Noles had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Perfect timing. Got there right when the ball got there. Didn't get there a little bit early. Saving the touchdown. Nice timing by that defender.
Looking for a man. It's Castellanos. This time it's complete. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play, in prime position for a score. They'll move the wide receiver. Quick pass on the fly motion. The Seminoles have it with a 1st and goal. The snap sets up the throw. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
And those sting for offenses, man. You've got an opportunity to get in the end zone, to get the touchdown. It's not easy. It's hard to get guys open. He comes open, and the quarterback, man, I bet he wishes he had that one back.
Pocket breaking down. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Seminoles. That big score makes the end of this game very interesting.
No doubt the offense got what they need. More work to do, but you had to get this part accomplished first.
So the first part of the job is done. They got the touchdown. Now for the 2 to make it a field goal game. From the gun. Spits it out to the back. And they almost came up with that pick in the end zone. What a stop that would have been. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Here comes that Alabama offense. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
And oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here on the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Back to throw, it's Simpson. Bringing the heat. On the run, fires downfield. It's caught. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop. And if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
And he didn't get the pitch off, and he paid the price. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on third down at the Doak. From the gun, wants to pass. He hurls one deep down the left side. He caught it, and he will score. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. West Virginia dazzled in just about every phase of the game. And for a program that's turned out elite receivers from Tavon Austin to Stedman Bailey, I think we may have just seen the next great one emerge. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Looking to throw, it's Castellanos. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. Going to have to come up with a play on 3rd and 10 from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have...
Big tight end makes the grab, first down, still on his feet. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Going up top again. Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And the defense is smelling blood in the water at this juncture. They know the offense is going to throw it, and that's why you see these D linemen and linebackers, man, they are pinning their ears back, getting after the quarterback, and to hit that time.
They've got the play bottled up. Fumble, it's out. Their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster? Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks.
And I love this defense coming up big late in the 4th quarter. 2 sacks in a row all over this quarterback.
A disappointing start to this season as they open 0-1.
Tough way to start, but you see it so many times throughout a season. People start slow, figure out who they are, get better as the season goes on, and your dream's still very much ahead of you.
And the sky's not falling right now. You're just 0-1. There's no need to panic. You don't have to try and reinvent the wheel. What you got to do is go back. You got to watch the film. You got to be honest with yourselves. Where could you have made better plays? You got to limit the penalties. You got to limit